on to your 2021 reading, dear Aquarius. The guide for you for this year is the hare. The hare is supposed to be one of the most adept creatures at shapeshifting, and what it tells you is that you have the intuition inside you to lead you to where you need to go. All the wisdom is within you itself. Your rune is Manas, which talks about balance. You need to remember that you're a spiritual being having a physical experience. So you have to balance the spiritual and the physical. And talking in mundane terms, it means taking the good with the bad and assimilating them so that there can be growth. So with your intuition and balance in between, there is going to be a lot of growth for you this year. Now coming down to specifics, Mercury retrogrades in Jan. The great thing is, and the best thing for you, dear Aquarius, is that January is the most challenging month of 2021 for you. So you'll be over and done with your trials. Okay, in Jan, because of Mercury going backwards, so as to say, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Nothing will be very big. It's going to be these small minor irritants, and that in itself can cause trouble. So it's more like you get up in the morning, you're late, you step into the shower, there's no hot water, you get out, you drop juice on yourself. It's like small chain of events. Now with Mercury in retrograde, it's very advisable that you back up your hard drive, check out all your communication and double check your communication. It is just natural that if you are going to be having trials, then there will be impatience that is going to go with it. Please don't say anything that can be used against you or taken out of context. Yeah? And you need to focus on the positive, because in Jan, there's a very possible chance that everything that is not working out in your life is where the focus will be. And that kind of shifts it from everything that is working in your life, which is also tremendous. The good part is that Mars will also be there in January, so at least you will have the drive to do things. You need to be able to take some time for rest. Take one battle at a time. You do not have to fight and put out all the fires in one go by yourself. There's going to be a lot of inward focus, and you will be tuning into your own self to see what it is that you really want. And the good part of this entire thing is that you will actually be leaving behind a lot of baggage. So this entire process of going inwards, of having a bit of dissatisfaction and of needing to take time out and rest will force you to look at things that you do not want to carry forward in your life. And this is a good time for you to have change by dropping baggage that doesn't serve you anymore. In June, you have your focus is going to be more on the love sector. So there's going to be, your love issues are going to come in and the relationship issues will be exposed. So far, if you've been pushing things under the carpet or hoping not to deal with them or living in self-denial for that matter, you no longer can do that. Things are going to come up and above. You will be forced to confront them and deal with them. Try and be more patient. Try and tune into what the next person is feeling so that it is easier. This is going to also see, because of the retrogrades, a lot of, you'll have old flames that will return. And, since Mercury usually turns back the clock when it's retrograding, you have the chance to revive these old relationships. So if there is someone in your life who's coming back from the past, you have the chance to hold on to that relationship and build on it. We move on to Mars, and Mars is going to be in your love sector in March. Yeah, so there is going to be, you're going to be focusing on love and really, really deciding on what it is you want and heading out full stream to get it. The romantic in you is going to be completely alive, and that is saying a lot because Aquarius itself is a sign that's more dreamy. So you will be the complete romantic. If you are attached, balance your emotions with everything else. If you're single, do keep your options open because there's a very high probability that you're going to be meeting somebody. By April, Mars is going to be moving into your work sector, and that is good news for you because you will have the energy to get a lot done. You will also think of moving things and expanding out and focusing onwards to see where you can bring about more growth. Just be wary that you don't take on too much because you will probably have a burnout if you're carrying too many things on you. In June, Mars returns back to your love sector. Yeah, so now comes in, there's a probability of a celebration. So there's a very high probability that you might want to settle down. Yeah. And make it legal and get married. However, if you're single, then settling down will also be on your mind. So you will slowly move on from partners who are keen to have a casual relationship and move on to meeting people who would like to settle down and, go on with your vision. In August, Mars enters your love sector. So you will have more love will be there in your life. People that you care about are going to be seeing you better. You're going to have better emotional bonds. And more or less, it's a time of complete contentment and happiness. And there's a lot of joy, so as to speak. And in November, Mars enters your career, which means that you will be shining like the sun. And for you, you have to love what you're doing. Otherwise, with the rays of the sun, you might just get burnt. So, in this case, enjoy what you will have a lot of recognition coming your way, career-wise. Now we move on to Jupiter. Yeah. So by May, Jupiter is going to enter your career section. And it's a planet of good luck and change. So it's more or less going to bring about changes in your life. You'll have a lot of finances and opportunities coming in as and when you need it. And the only thing you have to do is be alert, vigilant, and make your choices. So that again seems to be something good that's coming up for you. As we move on, we have Saturn in Aquarius, and that is going to be there throughout 2021. Okay, there is a very high chance that you're going to be starting something new. It's a new cycle. And because Jupiter and Saturn together are there in your sign, whatever you start now is going to be lasting for years to come. There's going to be obviously a lot of growth of responsibility. So you will be taking on a lot. And it's a good time to know before you get into it what it is that you truly, truly want. What do you truly desire? What do you truly want? Yeah. You do need to remember that your task has to be leading people to the path that helps them. So again, whatever work you're doing, there needs to be an altruistic element in that, and there will be a lot of happiness coming your way as a result of it. Neptune is also around in your chart very, very strongly. So this is going to be in your money area, and you're going to see money in terms of things that enriches you spiritually. So what can you do with funds? How exactly what I said about before, you need to move on to being more altruistic, to being more philanthropic. You will be letting go of a lot of material attachments, and you will manifest more as you do. So, the whole thing about the concept of the Indian goddess Lakshmi, that the more you let her flow, the more she will want to come back and visit you, is exactly what the planet Neptune and your funds together are forecasting. Now, Uranus is in your home area, and that in itself also is bringing you a lot of good luck. So you are going to be inspired to either do up your space, expand it, make it more beautiful, or just have a change of residence. All of that is going to be good for you. There's going to be new spontaneity, so you will be doing things more spontaneously. There will be a spontaneous arrangement of your living space as well. So it won't be anything planned, and you will just see one thing leads to another, and things are just going to settle down. You don't have to worry. Financially, you're kind of good this year, so I guess things will just work out. And overall, your home and family is going to be about the legacy that you have. So it's going to be about the family legacy. It's about what you give out, what are the things that are there. Mostly the tangible and intangible legacies that you can kind of, be working with. So this is going to be quite a fulfilling time, so as to speak. As we move on to Pluto, that's a planet that's in your subconscious. Pluto is known for transformations. And the thing is, in 2020, you've really been focusing on what it is you want, what your subconscious is saying. Possibly for a lot of you Aquarians, you may have dealt with your shadow side, and that is going to bring you great amount of rewards as you go on. Now, again with Pluto, you will be focusing in on and treating your intuition as a friend. As a result of it, you will be leaving behind a lot of baggage and things that don't serve you anymore. You will go in further. All that baggage that you've left behind and that intuition that you've dredged up is going to give you a lot of wisdom, and you're going to come into your own light. You will come out much more stronger in terms of your intuition as well. And this year is a year when there's a lot of personal power and control. So I hope and wish you all the very best, dear Aquarius. And I hope that 2021 is a wonderful year for you. Thank you.